Welcome to First Maryland Disability Trust YouTube channel. Trust starts here. And this channel is meant to help you navigate disability planning and benefits. Today, we are going to talk about getting paid as a caregiver under a Medicaid waiver, what IRS Notice 2014-7 actually does and doesn't do. Going forward, I'm going to shorten this to IRS Notice. One of the most frequent questions I get from families is this: if I'm being paid to care for my child under a Medicaid waiver, do I really have to pay taxes on that income? And the honest answer is, it depends. The bigger problem is that a lot of families are getting incomplete or just plain wrong advice about this. So today, I want to walk through this IRS notice, what it actually does, what it doesn't do, and where families most often get burned. Why does this rule even exist? A number of states allow parents to be paid caregivers for children or adults who qualify for a Medicaid waiver. That wasn't always common, and the tax rules didn't really keep up. This IRS notice grew out of older tax rules around what are called difficulty of care payments, originally written for foster parents caring for children with significant disabilities in their home. The IRS eventually recognized that Medicaid waiver programs serve the same purpose, keeping people out of institutions. So they extended similar tax treatment. What the notice allows is, if you meet the criteria under it, Medicaid waiver payments for care provided in your home may be excluded from your federal income tax. And that word may matters. For some families, this could mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year in reduced federal income taxes. In certain cases, it may even allow you to amend prior tax returns. But this benefit is not automatic, and it's not as simple as many people think. Families get burned in a couple areas. The first one I'm going to talk about is federal versus state taxes. People miss that the IRS notice applies only to federal income taxes. States make their own rules. Some states still treat these payments as taxable income. Others don't, and those rules can change. So, advice you see online, or even advice from a professional in another state, including us, may not apply to you. The second place families get burned is FICA. FICA is the less formal name for it is Social Security and Medicare tax. So this is what you're paying for Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. It gets a lot less attention. This notice does not clearly exempt these payments from Social Security and Medicare taxes, what we call FICA, and that matters. FICA earnings determine Social Security credits. Those credits affect future benefits, including Social Security disability insurance and potential disabled adult child benefits for your disabled child. Some families choose not to pay FICA in order to maximize short-term take-home pay without realizing that could cost them years or decades later. This is not something families should guess on. The judgment call is sometimes paying FICA is the right move, sometimes it isn't. The mistake is assuming that savings taxes today is automatically the best decision in the long run. This is where taxes, benefits, and long-term planning all intersect, and where individualized advice really matters. The bottom line is the IRS notice can be a valuable tax benefit, but it is not automatic and it is not simple. Families should keep good records, understand how their state treats these payments, and work with a tax professional who is familiar with disability-related income. If this topic applies to you, we've created a checklist and a one-page summary you can share with your CPA. This is exactly the kind of situation where coordination across benefits, taxes, and planning really matters, and you're best served by hiring professionals. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you have questions that you would like covered on this YouTube channel that you have not seen us cover yet, email myself, Jorgensen at firstmdtrust.org, or info@firstmdtrust.org, and we'll work on that for you. Thanks for watching.